Greetings and salutations, sports fans, and welcome to the AnA Gladiators League Competition 1, Week 1 match roundup. What we'll be doing here is just going through the matches for the week, having a quick detailed look at the highlights for those of you who don't want to watch the entire matches. I will say this, that when I recorded those matches, because you're not actually playing them, they definitely move along a lot quicker than if you were playing them, because all of that extraneous time where you're waiting and waiting and waiting, that's gone. It's edited, it's clipped, you actually see the goalposts in place, everything is pretty cool. And yeah, so when I record the other people's matches, you get to see that as well. If you want to check those matches out, they will be up over the course of the next couple of days on the site. Obviously, Patreons get to see those matches one day before everyone else. Just the way it is. So, without further ado, let's get into it. We're just going to switch it over to the schedule board, because there could be spoilers, because the second week has already started. We're going to, there you go. There's the results for the week. Vaseline losing 0-2 to Dead Again. The entitled ones, 1-1. This is how you do it. Wrecker Cruise, that would be me, losing 4-1 to Elven Rampage. And the Magnificent Bastards going down 2-0 with Blackwater Cartel. And without further ado, let's get into those matches. Let's have a quick look at them. And there we go. As you can see from that match there, Vaselina actually conceded probably around the 11th or 12th turn to Dead Again. They'd had a pretty rough trot, as you can see there. They weren't going well. Not going well at all. I actually thought they were the team that had the deaths, but apparently not. And so without further ado, what we'll do now is we'll take a quick look at some of the highlights that made up that match and led to the concession of Vaselina versus Dead Again. We'll be right back. And there goes the ball. Oh, we're starting off with Swamplow's face beater suffering an injury. And down he goes. Ooh, not. Oh my! Oh, we have our first injury. Suck rock nails. Not the night of the game, obviously, so I'm watching a reroll, but ooh, that's nasty. And Grot Sputum is injured. What was he thinking? Oh, nice hit there. Game is KO. See the foot goalposts in here. Oh, another big hit. Noggoth Bruce Spleen is injured. Loses 1 point of movement. And we're now 1-0 to Dead Again. The face only your mother could mourn. And Mark is dead. Now waiting. Will he regenerate? Or is he truly dead? Oh, look, he's back alive again. That's, as you can see from that match, it did not go well for Vaselina. But, you know, chin up. Better luck next week. That's Bloodbowl for you. As you can see from there, the ball possession was pretty one-sided, with Dead Again taking 54%, over 9% ball possession from Vaselina, and 18 blocks versus 48 blocks, 40 yards run versus 22 yards run. They inflicted 1 injury, they inflicted 3, and one of the injuries on Vaselina's side was a permanent injury, I believe, too. One of the Chaos Warriors lost a point of movement, but you might have already seen that in the There's a problem with doing this, you know. I've got to edit it all together, so I really should storyboard it or something. But you probably saw that in the highlights. So without further ado, click over to that page. 3 KOs sustained. That's the no KO sustained. 48 blocks sustained versus 18. So as you can see, dead again. Absolutely dominated. Look to them to be one of the winners of this competition, I believe, with their very big powerhouse team full of strength 5. And now one of them skilled too. Mummies. Yeah. SPPs. 2 for Walkrun, Solid Step on Vasilina's side versus the Dead Again team. 5 goes to Nathan, 7 to Ezekiel, 4 to Daniel, and 3 to Emmanuel. The reason Ezekiel, I believe that's one of the mummies, managed to get himself 7 is because he did an injury, and he also got another MVP. As you can see there, Vasilina rolled 21s, 24 6s. Pretty average across the board there. Pretty average spread. Let's have a look at these block dice though. 13 skulls. Only 1 block. Only 4 of these. And there's no telling if they were against people with dodge. And 6 of those. So, yeah, not very good results there at all. Meanwhile, you got 17, 19. It was pretty straight across the board there too. Lots of pushing. And the 6s rolled only 9 ones. Only 10 6s. So again, pretty even. Alright, so that's pretty much it. And as you can see, when you concede, you don't get any SPPs. Never concede. That's my advice. Never concede, no matter how bad that game is. Never concede, because at the end of the game, you're still going to get 5-star player points to boost your team. When you concede, you give the opposing team 2 MVPs, boosting them greatly. It's not something you want to do for the enemy. Unless, of course, you want to screw up everyone else that comes after you, in which case, go right ahead. Because, yes, Ezekiel, the mummy, God only knows what he ended up picking up from that. Could probably tell, but like I said, spoilers. So that's pretty much that team. With a quick break, and we'll come back with the results for the next match. Welcome back. Here we have the Entitled Ones versus This Is How You Do It. As you can see, they both got 1 touchdown each. It was a draw. It was a very good match, actually. Very evenly matched. They were very evenly matched. I think it's one of these Chaos guys that got the injury. As you can see, the Entitled Ones copped 2 deaths. Really puzzling, because they didn't use an apothecary at all during that match, but maybe they were saving it just in case the ogre copped a nasty hit. It happens. It's a gamble. Sometimes you use it and you wish you hadn't, and other times you wish you'd used it because you didn't, and that's the way it goes. The Count picking up the 5 MVP SPP MVP award, and likewise Skarch Gibovex, Chaos Warrior, for This Is How You Do It, picked up one himself. As you can see from the statistics, pretty evenly spread. Yeah, pretty evenly spread. They both did about the same amount of blocks. He ran a lot more yards. Look at that, 108 yards run. Woo. Inflicted 2 kills, 1 injury, and 3 KOs. So in that respect, they kind of dominated a little bit. And across to here. So yeah, see, it's fairly even. Not too far apart. SPPs. There's your Entitled Ones did really well with SPPs, as you can see. They've Lord of Flies and the Lord of Dance both throwing the ball, I'm assuming. MVP up there. Touchdown. Injury for Dead Man Walking. And injury, touchdown, MVP for This Is How You Do It. Dice rolls. 29 versus 32, and pretty even spread across the inside there. And same with the block dice. Could have done a bit more with those ones, but on a team that didn't have much blocking, that was pretty good too. Moving right across to these guys, you see same, pretty even spread. And D6s, 18 versus 16, even spread through the middle. That's pretty much what you want. I've had matches where it's been a lot different, let me tell you. And without further ado, here's a few highlights from that moment. Oh, we have someone going out into this... And Lord Lucan is pushed off the field and the crowd will rip him apart. That player won't coming back until... Oh, a nasty hit, and Khanthiilas is dead! Wow, the Apothecary comes onto the field and manages to bring him back to life. Khanthiilas alive and well and ready to play again, right? Gets rid of him. And we have our first touchdown of the match. Earl Grey scoring for the entitled ones. And the cheerleaders doing a little dance. Oh, yummy, yummy in my tummy. Oh, a nasty hit there out of the box. A nice kick to the face. And, grabs for the ball but misses it. Reroll is used. And still no success. My God, it goes everywhere and ends up in the hands. Comes that. Lord of the Flies. Oh, look out. Oh, big clawed hit there. And Bloodbank is dead. Oh, Skaven's claws raking across his throat. And he is permanently dead. Definitely might have used it. Oh, a hypnotic gaze. A rare vampiric power there. Oh, a massive block as the vampire hits the dirt. The power. Oh, it's a kick. And El Cid is knocked unconscious as the Dark Elven boot rakes him all downfield. Oh, big flying kick through the air. The lead, turn 16, and yes, this is how you do it. Scores, touchdown for This Is How You Do It by 4. Welcome back. Here's match 3 from the playlist. Myself, Darica Cruz versus Elven Rampage. Now, here's another team to really keep an eye on. These guys ran circles around me. They pretty much dominated the match too, I would say. I did manage to get a touchdown eventually. I might have been a little violent with the other team, and they may have got a few expulsions, and I may have only scored because I pretty much wiped his whole team off the board. But you'll see that in the highlights, I think. Lots of highlights here. Armor breaks, 8 versus 5 armor breaks, 4 passes, no passes from my team, because they kind of suck. 4 touchdowns to 1. That's the big one, isn't it? This girl here, one to watch out for. She went off. Almost leveled up twice in the one match. Look at that. And Big Daddy Crunch earning himself an MVP for his part played in the match as well. Statistics, as we go over here, as you can see, they dominated 50% of occupation in their opponent's half. 0 occupation in their own half because it was pretty much never in their half. And on my own half, and 12% in the opponent's half. Ball possession says it all, 50% versus 18%. The rest of the time the ball was sitting on the ground, apparently. 27 blocks succeeded, and 15 blocks. 102 yards, 24 yards. So as you can see, bruiser team, running, scoring team. That's how it goes. But he did inflict 3 KOs and 1 injury on my team, and I inflicted 3 injuries and a KO on his team. No one died, though someone nearly died. No one actually died. And if you look here, I sustained 15 blocks to his 27. 1 KO for him, 4 for me. 1 casualty versus 4 casualties, and that's the way it goes, really. Star player points, I managed to pick up quite a few star player points. I'm got to say I'm very happy with that result. Booker T, Dirty Sanchez, Solomon Grundy, Allosaurus, Big Daddy Crunch, all the big fellas in my team, all scoring themselves some points there. I don't believe anyone leveled up in my team. I think he definitely leveled up. 14 star play points. That's an outstanding effort. And you got 6 for this guy. He scored 2 of the touchdowns, and this guy scored 1 of the touchdowns. He scored 1, got an MVP, and did a whole bunch of other stuff. Sure. And dice rolls. If you look at the dice rolls here, 25 to 17. Standard fare for me, even across the board. Versus Elven Rampage getting 18 to 23. Relatively across the board as well. Really well rolling on 5s. And if we go across to the block dice, Elven Rampage, 5 skulls, 6 blocks, 3 of these, which I think they helped somewhat. And then you've got my team, 10, 11, pretty average across there, lots of pushing going on. And without further ado, here are a few highlights from our featured map. Well, I don't have any rerolls. Oh! Elf down! Oh, he's going to run the ball downfield and he's going to score! Diving to the touchdown zone. Ethel Finn. Ariel Nautix. And Elf scores the first touchdown of the game. They've gone with the human. Hide-assed, butt-cheek, cheerleader type. Oh, another rigid elf. Oh, she's off with the ball, and she does it. Real sexy. If it wasn't for the fact you'd expect them to hurt you, and imagine one of them for a girlfriend. There you go. Oh, and down goes Temnayan for this girl to get some. And get some, she does. Oh, big blow to the face. Oh, we're going to do it anyway. Oh, he's injured. Good Lord. The elves falling off by the truckload. Oh, and Pennywise's pogo gymnastics of a violent nature not going to be had on his field, says the ref. And down goes Pennywise for the half off with yet another Elven football touchdown. I'm getting some points by wrecking them, and they're getting some points by scoring touchdowns. They're making the better dent. Oh, and another elf leaves the field. He's out of there. Luckily, no long-term effect suffered. Let's just get this done, shall we? Hey, there we go. Allosaurus runs one in for the team. He goes to score again. And she'll level up from that. Well, sexy and skilled little mama she is. Oh, she's calling us losers. I'm so going to kick her ass. Oh, Hopper exhausted himself, left himself open, and look at this. Bang! Oh, that woman. She's not just a high-scoring female. She is a power pack. Oh, missed it. Next game. Thanks. Yeah. And welcome back. This is the last of the 4 matches for the week. Magnificent Bastards versus the Blackwater Cartel. As you can see from the rundown there, 0 touchdowns for Magnificent Bastards versus 2 for Blackwater Cartel. He did get a pass off. He did get 1 armor break to 11 armor breaks. No expulsions, no interruptions. 1 expulsion for the Blackwater Cartel. That's to be expected. They are the Blackwater Cartel. Omolga had a topsy-turvy game, but he did manage to wrestle the MVP at the end of when all was said and done. And we also have Fred Fortress, who played a pretty mean game, but got himself a level up out of it as well. So there we are with that. Statistic-wise, you got 56% of the ball possession going to Blackwater Cartel. They kind of dominated a little bit in that respect, I guess you could say. They succeeded at doing 50 blocks versus 16 succeeded by the Magnificent Bastards. 34 to 78 yards run. 4-yard pass. Not a bad little effort there. Got himself a star player point for it. 50 blocks sustained versus the 16. 3 KOs, no injuries, no casualties, no deaths. Pretty decent game, gotta say. My favourite out of the ones I did play in. Polmagor and Lash both got themselves some star player points for Magnificent Bastards, and Blackwater Cartel was Fred Fortress, probably I'd say scoring a touchdown and getting the MVP based on what I can see there, and Jim Pheasant also scoring a touchdown. Pretty light on for the MVPs for these guys, but another week has started. I'm due to play Blackwater Cartel next. I'm going to look forward to that match. And that's pretty much it. Let's have a quick look at some of the highlights from this match, and then we'll wrap it up. Oh, it's already thrown and fumbled. Ooh, re-roll. No good. Ball goes wanting. Ooh. Lash managed to retain it. That was incredibly lucky. That was incredibly unlucky. Oh, we have some turn skipping there. I guess he felt he couldn't do anything. And Polmagor versus Tor, also similar result. Oh, Polmagor is knocked unconscious. That's him done until the next changeover. Nice hit there from Dwarf Lash on smashes Lash. And Lash hits the fourth of their turn, and we have a touchdown by Zovik's team. And Team Fortress now secure the match. 2-0 Blackwater Cartel. Well guys, that's where we'll wrap it up. I hope you enjoy this little highlight video. I'm going to be doing this every week. I'm going to try to be doing this every week. It's quite a lot of work. In the meantime, plenty of content coming out for you this week, including all 4 matches in their completion. Do go ahead and check those out if you want to get the full rundown. I'm going to try and do that for all 8 rounds of this round robin. Leave your comments down below, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and smash that like button if you like what you saw. I also have a Patreon page, as mentioned before. Patreons get to see the show one day before everybody else. If you're going to be a big spender and be one of my $20 or $10 subscribers, you'll see it 3 days before. So that being what it is, though, guys, it is time for me to go. Don't forget all that good stuff, the subscribing and whatever. That's all there for you to take advantage of. I don't expect anything, but I will appreciate any feedback, any kind of interaction, whether it's just a like or a comment or whatever. So please get involved, and let's make this good. And that's it for this wrap up. So have a nice day or night, as the case may be, wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch you next time on the flip side. Hey guys, if you liked my show, please show some support by hitting the thumbs up button, subscribe for more content, and visit my Patreon page via the links above. And most important of all, have a great day.